I'm gonna hit this video and someone talk about it.
right.
Go.
Oh, that's me.
Okay.
That's not me.
So-
Okay.
It's me too, but yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Or John too. Yeah. So Star Wars. It's basically Uncharted with a lightsaber.
Okay. I like Uncharted to a point.
It was good. I enjoyed it. I thought the actual combat was really, really good. The lightsaber combat specifically is fantastic, and then you combine it with force powers and like pushes and pulls and things like that. It's also got like a dodge and roll kind of mechanic to it. So everything is very timing based, and I don't know. It's pretty like frantic most of the time. And then you get into scenarios where you have like 5 or 6 enemies at the same time, and you're dodging and sword fighting and pushing,
Deflecting
people, grabbing
blaster
people,
bolts
deflecting
and, yeah.
blaster bolts and stuff. And it gets pretty cool. The combat reminded me somewhat of like in like Arkham Knight kind of style, where it's very sort of counter based and
Mhm.
again,
Yeah, it's
all
Assassin's
really
Creedy
timing-based.
kind of.
Yeah. But yeah, that's I think the main draw of it, and it looks fantastic. It looks
Yeah,
so
right.
good, and the lighting is so good and everything. The story is also pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I had a great time with it. I beat it actually yesterday,
Oh, congratulations.
2 days ago. Yesterday, yeah. Story plays out. Ending is really cool. I won't spoil anything for anybody if they're trying to play it.
I'm not
but-
finished yet, so please don't.
Yeah, I know it's all good. But yeah, everything's good. I mean, the voice acting is actually really well done, and the mouths actually move when they say the right syllables and stuff. So
Nice.
it makes
Yeah.
things a lot more immersive. Yeah, overall, just really impressed with it. Really impressed with it.
And the little droid is one of my favorite things. Like just sort of always like it's like a little best friend. It's great. You're so, and I find myself like, hey, Gabe, man, what's up? Like, hey, little guy.
He's like a little robot dog, and he sits on your shoulder for the whole
That'd be like
thing.
the only reason why we would play it.
And you upgrade him, and he hops up on the little desk, and then you tinker around, and he hops down. He's like, ooh, I like my new little body, and then you hop on your back, and away you go.
Yeah,
Nice.
and he also hacks things for you and like opens doors and chests,
Containers, and yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome, and he looks kind of like Wall-E. He's got those like Wall-E eyes, so they're kind of emotive and expressive, even though he's a robot. Yeah, there he is.
Oh,
Nice.
shoot, he is.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be the only reason.
So it's pretty
why.
cool. Yeah, no, it's definitely good. One thing I will say though is I've heard sort of I guess rumors or things in the behind the scenes about the game kind of being rushed out the gate. And there are certain things in the game that sort of reflect that. Like so random things that I saw throughout the game, like at some points during the game you're swimming. So first of all, when you open chest, BD8 like jumps onto the chest and like then opens it, jumps in, rattles around, jumps out, and gives you whatever's in the chest. And then there's these parts of the game where you're swimming underwater and you find the chest, and then you swim up to it and you open the chest and it just rattles around and then gives you what's in the chest, but BD8 doesn't go anywhere. So it's like it was the same animation, but just didn't bother.
Underwater.
Right in it. Yeah.
Interesting.
And then the thing that I laughed about was the fact that when you go underwater, and I don't know if anybody will get this, but if anybody played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on this Nintendo, like the original
Yes.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, do you guys remember the underwater bomb defusing level?
Yes.
Vividly.
Legendary.
Yeah. So there, when you're underwater and you swim up to these chests and open them, he does this kind of like thing where you swim to it, and then you float towards it, and then he just kind of like does this thing.
Yeah.
The chest open, and as soon as the first time you did it, that's the first thing I thought of was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that's the only thing I could think of every time I swam up to a chest. I was like, oh my god, I'm defusing these bombs again, swimming through these electrical wires.
It's
Two-
not a
two
mistake.
things.
It was an homage.
Yeah, I hope so. I really hope that's what it was.
Two things. That's called the Force. And secondly,
Right.
BD1, not BD8.
Or BD1, whatever it is. I just call it BD.
Wow.
Yeah, he's probably the best, one of the best, if not the best companion characters I've had in a game in recent memory.
Wow.
Maybe that's what BD stands for. Best droid. Best
Right?
That's droid.
There you go.
He's
That's
your
exactly-
buddy.
There you go.
Randy says
Add that
confirmed.
to the cut.
TMNT, we're using the Force.
See,
Yes, you heard it first here.
Speaking
you.
of, that game in the 80s was like the ultimate gut punch of you
Oh.
buy the Ninja Turtles game and you beat the first level and you get to the second level and just get destroyed underwater
yeah,
by one of the hardest stages in video game history.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's frustrating and anger inducing and could give you diarrhea if you're not careful. That's how bad
Like, I
it
can
is.
still hear the sound it makes when you
Oh
hit,
yeah.
Oh,
God.
or when you hit the little seaweed, the electrical
seaweed.
Yeah,
seaweed.
that's what we're talking about.
Oh my God.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
And I can still hear the like the dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Man, Raphael was
Yep.
far and away the worst character in that game.
Oh,
100%.
Oh,
No,
the
no,
side just
yeah,
spun right
no,
in front of
yeah.
him. You got to pick Donatello because he reached like halfway across the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
And
and the
when,
bow with when he spins with the staff. Yeah.
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 All the speedrunners use bows.
Yeah.
Use Donatello. You can kill people through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
How
you
does
can
that
cheat.
even work?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I remember. Do you guys remember the first? Was it Rocksteady who was the first boss? And like, so the stage is here, and then there's like a boxes that you drop into the level, and I would just
Oh yeah,
play
you gotta
as-
stay up there.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you just stab him down.
you just like stand at the box, and then you just stab downwards over
Yeah.
and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Top tier strats.
Well, to be fair, he wasn't very smart,
that's true.
even in the
That's true.
cartoon.
yeah, he would just jump upwards
So-
and get hit in the head with the stick over and over again.
Also, he had a gun that only
Yeah, I know.
fired forward.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I blame him. It's not our fault.
And do you ever know that when? So I don't know. Maybe just because these things stand out to me for some reason I can't explain. But when you're fighting, I think it's Rocksteady or might have been Bebop, the one with the brown with all the crates and that around.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
April's tied up to like a pallet, but she's like right in headshot of every bullet that comes out of Bebop's gun. Like legit. Anyway, good times, good memories.
Mhm.
And the last thing I'll say about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is there was this one jump at the end of, I think, like the first part or something. And I spent probably like, I don't know, weeks trying to get this jump and I never made it. And then I realized you could just walk right over it.
Yep, I know exactly
Was that
what
the
you're
one
talking
where?
about.
Is that the one where it's like it's up higher?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
this far apart.
Exactly.
And then you try and jump and it's made so you hit the ceiling and fall through it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And then somebody at school, I think, was like, why are you jumping? You could just walk over it. And I was like,
Oh.
no.
Yeah. It's one of the
And then I went home and I
times
tried
the,
it and it
developer trolling you. Yeah.
Yeah. The original YouTube, the school ground.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
and that's crazy that we were all traumatized by this exact same Ninja Turtles game.
Oh yeah.
Still own it. It's somewhere in that box. So.
Yeah. So, anyways, if you'd like to relive that, play Jedi Fallen Order and swim in the water.
John, anything you wanted to add about Star Wars?
I guess I want to say that I was surprised by it. I made the mistake of reading a whole bunch of reviews and sort of people's opinions before I got into it, because I really only started playing it after, well, I guess after Christmas. My Matt actually gave me a present this year, which was he took my whole desktop computer and revamped it and added a couple terabyte SSD drives and a whole bunch of
Wow.
stuff to it and brought it back to me.
Dang.
So he got me this game as well and installed it on it for when he brought it back to me. And I was super excited to play it, but I'd heard so many things about it that people were just ragging on this game and everything was very negative. And I started playing it and it's like, wow, it's fine for me. Like maybe I'm just oblivious, or, I'm too much of a Star Wars fan or something, but the story's there, graphics are there, gameplay's there. Like Matt said, there's a couple little things you notice with, some frame rate issues a little bit. And then, some of the stuff that doesn't really make a heck of a lot of sense, like the, looking for boxes underwater and stuff. But I think it's fantastic. And I think that if you're a Star Wars fan, you should play it.
All right, it's
Sounds
on
good.
my list of. It was on my
Yeah.
Christmas wish list. Didn't happen this time. I'll probably pick it up at some point. I do have some Star Wars buddies here. I don't know if you've seen them on stream. I know one of them I'll put on stream like officially next month. One, we've got a giant BB-8.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one is actually Steph. She got it for her birthday, but we don't really have anyone
Aw.
upstairs for it to go, so it's just been chilling in the basement for a while. And I got this one recently. My mother-in-law gave this to me like out of the blue. I have a Yoda. A pretty convincing looking on stream. It looks like just Yoda's chilling with me. It's almost as convincing as me with the NBA. I mean, the NBA title is actually here, but oh, John's gonna like one up me on Star Wars stuff.
Just wait. I already know what he's getting.
This is Halloween decor. So you actually put like your candy bowl here, and
that's amazing.
Yeah, and what's gonna freak you out here? Yeah, it's only like half a Yoda.
Whoa!
No.
It's a yo.
Placed. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so Jet, to compliment yours, I have this guy.
Oh yes,
Ooh.
I have that upstairs, but it's
legit moves around like with the remote control and makes the noises, and the head moves and everything, and it's
Nice.
it's a remote control on your cell phone.
nice.
And then Jet, because we seem to do everything the same way all the time.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a Yoda with a back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have a full. I have a half Yoda.
No, I got a full on
Full
with the
Yoda.
hood,
Wow.
and
Nice.
he's all rubber, and he actually moves. He's not remote controlled, but he'll react to the force. So like you can push him with your hand, and he'll like move back, and he'll teach you how to use the force and stuff when you
That's
turn him
funny.
on. I mean, I already know how to use the
That's actually
force.
how
So it's not a
John
big
learned
deal.
how to use the force. Yeah.
Well, mine
Yep.
mine might hold a BB-8 in its arms. Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Confirmed.
take that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's funny how we have like the exact same things, Jen.